everyone, we are live. It's another Wave Makers Talk with an unstoppable entrepreneur, Marian now, but better known as Melly. Melly, welcome to this live today. And I'm so excited to talk to you. And I know all the other people in our community who are also entrepreneurs would love to hear about your business. But Melly, um, yeah, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do. Guys, if you're watching, just let us know in the comments you are watching. Okay, Melly, so over to you.
Hi everybody. Okay, I am Marian now, and yeah, I'm the owner of Mally Bags, which I started 12 years ago. Yes, I stay on a beautiful fruit farm in Ladysmith, which is a small town in the Klein Karoo.
Wow. So I actually have got some slides here. So you are the founder and owner of the very much loved Mally bag. So Minnie Stain is saying hi. So do you have a Mally bag that you can show us now? Okay,
Yes,
so
I
Mally
do.
is okay, so you are the founder of Mally Bags. You are an entrepreneur, and that is why you are on the show because you are a wave maker, mom of three beautiful kids, and you are from the Klein Karoo. Mally, what I really love about your, on the website, you are proud South African, and it looks like you have got a story behind these bags because if I just read here about the quality, trying to find something that's really quality. So tell us a little bit about your bags.
Um, Basically, Margriet, what happened 12 years ago when I moved to Ladysmith, there wasn't a lot of job opportunities here for me, and I decided to start making bags. As at that stage, 12 years ago, as the leather industry wasn't booming like it is now, there was literally only about two or three South African brands busy making leather goods. So yes, it all started in a small town in Ladysmith, and I was looking for a good quality leather weekender bag, and my husband suggested to me, why don't you have one made? We've got leather, we've got hides on the farm, and yeah, so that's how it started. So basically, I loaded all these cow hides on the back of a bucky, and I drove to the nearest tannery, had it tanned, and yes, had bags made. And yes, I had one for myself
Wow.
made, and at the end of the day, yeah, my friends and family supported me, and yes, so my hobby started into a business.
Wow, that is so inspiring. So what I hear you say is you moved to the Karoo, to the small town, and suddenly you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with myself? And you were innovative in the sense that you solved a problem. You couldn't find these bags. So it was literally a problem you solved. And then you said, but let's go on this journey of solving this problem. Now, that journey to me is always the interesting part of entrepreneurship. And I think that journey is where a lot of people get it wrong. Now, you say you started with cow hides. If you look back now, let's say what you've learned from your failures, do you find that is valuable in the sense of people shouldn't be so scared to fail?
Obviously, I mean, I do believe a person's not going to reach success if you're not going to fail. So, in those days, I mean, 12 years ago, I didn't even know there were places that sold leather or that you could buy leather. And I didn't know that you get different quality leathers. I mean, I took these cow hides that were from the farm, so obviously they were full of tick bites, and the hides were scratched, and yes, and I had it dyed in a brown and in a red, which came out like a shocking pink. And yes, I sat with all these pink hides, but I made bags and I sold them, and yes, I believed in my product. So yes, there's definitely a learning curve. Especially also with our designs. I mean, in the beginning, you learn what where you must double stitch, what bags work, what bags don't. At the end of the day, you don't want a heavy leather bag, you want a lightweight bag. And so, yes, I have learned quite
Oh.
a lot in the last 12 years.
So, do you have a bag with you now
Yes, I do. I just
that you
want
can
to
show us?
reach for it. Okay, we've just launched
Okay. Oh,
our ladies backpack. Let's show you
oh
guys.
wow.
There we go. And it comes, you can choose,
Oh,
you can customize it. So you can choose what leather strap you would like. So we've got the straps in a leopard print and in animal print and in a bit of a bling print. Or you can just purchase it with a plain strap. So yes, this is our newest edition. Very nice if you're going on holiday or you're going to the game reserve or you're going on a trip overseas. Perfect because you can put your water bottle in the side and it's got a lot of nice little pockets. And it's also, which is great, it's got an anti-theft pocket at the back. So you can put all your
wow.
valuables in here. So especially if you're traveling and you're scared something's going to be stolen, you've got the anti-theft pocket. Our bags are also
Wow.
all very lightweight. So we work with light leather, and our lining is also it's a thin lining, so that it's not too heavy. And the lining we use is also wipeable. So if you mess something or water, you can pull out the lining, you can clean your bag inside, and yeah.
Well, Melly, it's amazing, really. And I just feel so proud to be talking to you and I'm just thinking to myself, you are so young, so vibrant, and you've had so much success already. I mean, Melly Bags is a well-known brand, and I mean, you are on all the platforms. You can get your bags everywhere. Um, yeah, that's incredible. And I think it's such a big inspiration for other business owners out there. Now, if we think of entrepreneurship, I want you to tell the listeners a little bit. I'll get back to the bags just now because I'm so sold, and I'm going to tell you why. I actually saw something now that I just want to mention. But before we get there, I just want you, other entrepreneurs who are watching this. So we are actually busy with a social media posted party where we help people to show up on social media, to share their message with the world, to share their products. And most people are entrepreneurs. But what advice would you give an entrepreneur if you had to look back over your last 12 or 13 years as an entrepreneur? What did you learn, and what do you wish you knew earlier that you can maybe tell someone now?
I believe that success comes from listening to what your consumers want and then delivering on that twofold. And always remember that
Wow.
success is a journey, not a destination. Every milestone I've been through with Mali Bags has allowed the business to move forward. But I must say, I could have never done it without my team. So yeah, it's
Mm.
important to ask for
Mm.
help. A lot of times, I don't have the skills to do certain things, so you need a team to support and back you. So yeah, don't be afraid that have more professional skills in a certain to help you. So yeah, don't be afraid
Wow.
to ask for help.
Goodness. So success comes from listening to what they want. That is so powerful because if I think about that, so many entrepreneurs have it wrong. We think we know what the market wants. And it's almost that thing. People don't buy what we give them, they buy what they want. And this is exactly what you said. Success comes from listening and then delivering on that. And what I wanted to say now, what's so interesting about your bag is the theft bag that you've got on the side. Tell me how that came about because I was like, that's such a clever thing, and I mean it's a problem. So you're solving a problem there. So how did that come about?
Basically, anti-theft. I don't know. I've traveled quite a bit abroad, and there's usually an incident where something's been stolen. Even in South Africa, people all get pickpocketed or so on. And especially if you're carrying a backpack, a person is always sort of worried that someone's going to open your backpack. We've also, on all our bags, we've also got double zips. So if you're traveling, you can also lock the bag. So here you can put a lock or something on the bag that it doesn't, that somebody can't just zip it
Wow.
open. But yes, the anti-theft is nice because it's against your back. Nobody can slip in and take something. And yeah, there we go.
Wow, that's so interesting. So Melly, you also what inspires me when I talk to you as well is when you tell me that you support a community. So your business, because you are an entrepreneur, because you had the courage to step out, there are actually other people getting fed by that in terms of that they've got jobs. So tell us a little bit about that.
I've got an amazing team. My manufacturer is situated in Cape Town, and we've been together for 10 years now. And basically, when she started Niche, she had two women working for her. And as I grew, she grew. And yeah, she's got 10 ladies working for her. So, yes, basically, we're feeding 10 households at the moment. And especially in lockdown,
Wow.
when business was slow and there wasn't much happening, I went out of my way
Mm.
for these girls just to be able to make bags. So we got permits, we did what
Wow.
we had to do just to keep them going.
Amazing. Guys, for those of you who are watching, let us know in the comments and say hi to us. If you're watching the replay, also let us know in the comments. So what I just heard what you say is that concept of um, we rise when we lift others. And that is exactly, that's why it's so inspirational because as she grew, as you grew. So it's like really empowering each other. Inspired. Cora is saying inspired. Yes, yes, Mali, you are absolutely an inspiration, and I really want to thank you. I just want to ask you. So I'm always so interested in and it's sometimes for an entrepreneur very difficult to say what the core message of their product or their brand is because they are so involved in it. But as
Mm.
I speak to you, I feel that what the sense I get from you is you proudly South African, you support local, you are really open to learning, and I find that especially inspiring. But what would you say if you had to sum up Mally Bags in like a sentence or two?
I would say that we try and make products. We don't go on trends. We try and make a product that is substantial, that's going to last you a lifetime, that's quality. So it's not a bag you're buying
Mm.
just for a season, you're buying it for a lifetime. I mean, a Mali bag should become like your
Wow.
best friend. It should be something you carry around with you every day. And, if you look after it well, you should be able to pass it on to the next generation.
Wow. So it becomes dit word soos 'n erfstuk. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, Melly, so Sylvia saying so trots op haar. Suzette van Aarde, so special. Listen, yeah, this has been it was amazing, amazing talking to you. I just quickly want to, just ask you something. I'm gonna bring this in. So why we love you, your social media as well. I actually want to talk about that a little bit. So your social media really is beautiful and you shine light on your products beautifully. So I love your photography there. I love the fact that you make use of influencers. And I find a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners um, have a question regarding should I use influencers? So if you could maybe just quickly tell us a little bit about the social media and what you've learned through this experience, your social media journey and what it brings to your business.
I think social media is a very, very important role in your business. It basically creates brand awareness, it speaks what you stand for. And yes, influencers are a great way to create brand awareness and also to target, let's say, customers that you wouldn't have targeted before. We love using Instagrammers. I mean, influencers. There are some wonderful influencers out there in South Africa, and yes, so yeah, we've made contact with quite a few. Usually we see what influencer is going to fit with what bag of ours, and yeah, and we approach them, and we like doing a trade exchange usually with them because I find it's a bit more personal than paying
Mm.
for advertising or so on, to give them a bag, and yeah, it's just a more personal experience.
So yeah, that's amazing. So what I hear you saying is you make sure that the influencer match the product and your market. So that's a very important point that you understand who your market is and have an influencer to match that. Because I
And
think
yeah,
many businesses would just use any influencer and that wouldn't work well.
yes, and I also find influencers, they make the product more personal. Instead of using a model, a high fashion shoot on your bags that nobody can actually relate to, it's much better to use an everyday influencer. For example, if you advertising your baby bags, use a mom, where she can stand in her
Mm.
slippers and her tracksuit pants, and she can advertise your bag and say, this is real life. Um, so
Um,
yes, or even with our fashion bags, use, or our laptop bags, use an entrepreneur to market it. And it's very important which influencer you use for what product.
So the other thing that stood out from what you said when using influencers is you do a trade exchange. But so the one thing about that is you do have a very quality product, but the fact that they want that, so it
Mm.
means that it's a true reflection, because they wouldn't do a trade exchange if they didn't find the product valuable, which actually, you can see so easily on social media when the influencer is not really bought into your product, whereas they are so happy to have this product and to share it with the world. It's their true genuineness sharing it.
And it's also important. You don't want your product just to be the next product that the influencer is marketing. You really want that influencer to like your product, to believe in your brand, and advertise your product. Not that it's just another you next on the list sort of product. So
Wow.
yes,
Well,
important to choose
Melly,
the right influencers.
this was amazing talking to you. I think we got so many tips. To sum it up for me, what you said about success is about listening to what your customer wants and then delivering on that is absolutely amazing. I think I'm actually going to use that as an Instagram quote. I'm going to quote you. Yeah, congratulations on the success of Melly Bags and yeah, just all the success, and I just hope that you go from strength to strength, and I believe you will. And you're really such an inspiration for everyone watching. Please go and support Melly. Follow her on Instagram. It's Melly Bags. And on Facebook. And yeah, thank you so much. Let us know what part stood out for you guys. What you got. That quote really got me. I think I'm going to quote that. Thank you so much, Melly, and congratulations. You are absolutely an inspiration.
Thank you, Mahri. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.